Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gin and Juice podcast. My name is Melissa, and today I'm going to be the rum that Lil Wayne sent to my house yesterday.
Say that because he did. We were at Melissa's house yesterday, and there was a box delivered, and they opened it, and it was a handwritten card.
It was.
Signed Tunchi.
It was.
With 2 bottles of alcohol.
Did I save that card?
Yes. When I left, it was on your you throw stuff away. When
I
I
know.
left,
I
it
need
was
to
on
make
your
sure.
table.
Okay, I need to make sure when I go home.
Literally signed Tunchi.
Yeah. And we think it was handwritten.
It absolutely seemed like it was.
Yeah, it was
Wayne's
really neat.
handwriting.
I don't know why they sent it to us. I'm sure Kevin does. I actually think
For Father's Day. That's what it said from Karen Civil.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was thinking of, Karen Civil. It was so random. We opened it. I actually had a few glasses. It was fantastic, actually.
You had some?
I did.
It was good?
Yes. It was like, imagine...
Dragon.
No. Yes. Imagine Bailey's.
Okay.
But with rum.
It said cream on there.
Yes,
and I
it's
was
like the
oh.
same texture vibes that you get with Bailey's.
Save me some.
But
I
it's
wanna
not a
try.
coffee situation.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was just like a creamy
You had
situation.
it straight then?
I did.
Oh.
I was going to mix it, and then I was like, what would I mix it with?
You didn't mix it with his other liquor, or are they both the same? It was 2 bottles.
You know what happened is that my hand started aching opening the first bottle because that plastic was very strong. Yeah, I just opened the one. That plastic was so strong. Oh my God. I said, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not opening. Then the top was fancy than a mug. And I struggled to open and my hand was like, girl, enough. Enough. So yes, I just had the one.
Understood.
And this is my sister, Melanie. Who are you today?
I am. Was I a lychee martini last time? Because
Yes.
that's what I am today again.
Okay.
I like them.
We need to come on here and make one.
We should make a cocktail.
We should make a cocktail. We
That
should
would
make a
be
gin
fun.
and juice cocktail. That would be really cute, actually.
100%. And I am Mel, the lychee martini.
Okay, Deanne. Today is Friday. I want you guys to know this story really quickly before we jump into our thank you so much to our sponsors for
Absolutely.
sponsoring today's episode. You will learn more about them in the episode.
Yep.
Okay. Melanie hit me to this girl on social media, the skincare girl.
Who?
The skincare girl that quit.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Years ago, Instagram shows you what you want to. Recently, she did a post. She was leaving her job, starting this new job, whatever. And of course, my nosy self have been like, I want to know what she's going to do. Instagram showed me that post, and then it kind of went away. And then Mel was like, this is her announcement post. I watched it. Then I was like, serve me her content. So I've been liking more stuff. The worst thing I ever did. I've now bought 3 things, including this outfit.
It's cute, too.
From her Instagram.
It's cute.
I'm about to unfollow her.
She's good, huh?
Yeah.
The outfit's very nice.
Thank you.
It is very cute.
I feel very summery. I got a lot of compliments on it because I took the kids to the dentist this morning.
Cute.
But I can no longer spend my money. So I'm about to unfollow her.
Good.
What they said, what's her name?
Oh, I went to Spelman with her. Her name is Buy Me Chanel.
Yes.
Because her name is Chanel. So BUYMECHANEL.
Yes, girl,
I actually, again, went to school with her, and when she first started posting, she did a lot of skincare. Now she does a lot of fashion stuff. She was always had the same vibes at Spelman, but she used to post a lot about skincare stuff, and our family, we be struggling with the skin, and a lot of stuff that I purchased from her worked, and so a lot of even just Spelman people, everybody started buying the stuff she recommended it, and then sending it out, and she just gradually has gotten so much bigger. She has a few collabs she's done, so anyway, she's really great. I definitely, please follow her. She's great.
Yeah. She has really great vibes, and she posts a lot of sales and outfits and stuff.
A ton of sales stuff for high fashion stuff that has a high dollar attached to it. She'll post when they're on sale and stuff, which is great.
And so she went on vacation somewhere, living her life fabulously. And I was like, that's cute. I'm going to buy this. And so it just arrived, and I was like, why did you buy this?
It's so cute, but you love it though.
No, it's very comfortable. But my thing was
and
I have to unfollow her.
I
have to
get
unfollow
it.
her.
I get it. I get it.
I'll turn off the ad tracking.
I have to. I need to do something.
Hilarious.
Because they get me real good. So
Yes.
anyway, on this podcast, we like to start with a segment we like to call Long Story Short, although the first 7 minutes of this podcast has been essentially long story short. Yes. Mel has a ton of long story shorts today.
Do.
Go for it.
I'm going to start with I got a medical bill the other day.
Yeesh.
for Micaiah. And here's the thing that I learned is that when I pay, y'all know I don't have no insurance, so we've been managing our life, okay, until open enrollment. And so when I pay for our appointments, particularly Micaiah, who you may hear in the background right now, when I pay for her doctor's appointments in the office the day of the appointment, like before I leave, I get like a massive discount, like a 40% discount.
Oh, that is nice.
So I pay all the time, like, yeah, sure, because it's going to be way cheaper. So the other day I got a medical bill from an appointment that I'm like already paid. And then it had like jury duty as the second one. So I was like, I'm going to call because like maybe y'all entered the wrong code. This don't make no sense. So I call up there. And so the first one I'm like, jury duty, like, girl, what? And so they're like, oh, for some reason they describe having documents filled out as jury duty. I had a document filled out because Kai's going to go to school. So it was like $25. I was like, okay, cool. The other...
Wait, so they charge you to fill out the form that you
Yeah.
have to give
Yeah.
to the...
Yes.
Nothing's free.
Nothing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll pay the $25. But the other fee was like $250. And I was like, what is this? Because I pay in person so that I don't have to. And she was like, oh, you don't got to pay that. Literally. You don't got to pay that. I said...
So if I never called and I
Hold
just
on.
had sent the bill...
Yeah.
Y'all would have took my money though.
Girl,
Y'all
of
wouldn't
course
have
they
sent
would.
it back.
No.
No.
She was like, somebody just didn't do this right. Literally took
Yeah.
that part away and was like, you just owe $25 for them filling out the paperwork. I was so annoyed. So annoyed.
That's annoying.
I'm sure they do that. I mean,
That's
they-
annoying.
those are mistakes that benefit them. So
100%.
Well, 100%.
Not uncommon.
They just out here getting your money.
I am so mad because how many times have
How
you
many
received a
times?
bill
How many times?
in the mail? And the thing is, you don't even have the insurance. Actually, low key, insurance is whack anyways.
Yes.
Don't get me started on
Yes.
insurance. I was about to say at least they go through and protect you from them, but no, they don't. They
No,
just
they
be like,
don't.
I'm not paying it. Send it to
Yes.
her.
No, because I've had issues where the insurance companies out of state, their headquarters is, and they wouldn't cover certain vaccines because in like Alabama, it's not required to get that vaccine. So you get charged if you try to get it covered. And
In
it's-
LA.
And you have to do a whole thing about that.
That is so stupid.
I hate America.
I do too.
I hate that. I hate that for us. But good on you for calling.
Good on me for calling.
Jury duty, girl. Bye.
Exactly. But speaking of finances, financial anxiety is a real thing.
Oh my God, I'm experiencing it.
It's so stressful.
It's so stressful.
Having money, not having money,
All
both
of the
stressful
above.
things.
Very stressful. Having money and knowing you have to spend it, stressful.
Very much.
Incurring a bill that was unprepared, that you were unprepared for,
Stressful.
And adulting as a whole, this whole thing of adulting,
Absolutely.
financial adulting, very.
And worrying about it doesn't help. EarnIn does. Let me tell you guys about EarnIn, which is a app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Okay, it doesn't, or it's designed to support you in the short term and the long term. Download EarnIn today, spelled EarnIn, in the Google Play or Apple Pay store. Download EarnIn today, spelled EarnIn, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the EarnIn app, type in Jen under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Jen under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. EarnIn is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. So then the next one that I got, I know. So I got my kids back. I was very
Yay.
excited to have them back.
They're in the next room right now.
Want them to go away. They are here because life is my life. The
guys are
back
gone.
on tour, so
They're
I
in
have
New
my
York.
children. School hasn't started, so they are just with me all the time. And Micaiah came back. I got her little potty because I told you I was going to try to potty train her.
How's that going?
Hasn't happened at all. At all.
Has she
I bought it.
taken to it at all? Is she trying to do the thing?
She gets excited to sit down and then she gets back up like, look, I did it.
Oh,
And
right.
but she won't like stay seated.
Because the goal is just to sit. I sat
Absolutely.
on the potty.
And then she gets back
Yay.
up. And then we also did her bed into a toddler bed, so it's not a crib anymore. And so I knew that was going to be a problem because nothing is like preventing her from staying in the bed anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like the bar is gone. So we knew it was going to be interesting. And the first night, this girl just repeatedly got out of the bed. At one point, she was on the floor. Like, it just was a whole mess. So I'm like, okay, gradually we'll
I need
just
to give you
see-
one of the cams that I got and put it in
Oh my gosh,
Micaiah's bed.
I wish I had it last night.
Oh, I should
absolutely
totally give
wish
that to you.
I want to see what this girl is doing, because over this week, nothing. It's been the same. She hasn't like gotten better or used to it. So last night I listen, Kev and Greg, because they're all on the Greg's on the tour now. So I put Micaiah in the bed, and she's like screaming, which I'm like, okay, cool. At least that means she's in the bed. She's mad at me. Eventually, she's quiet. So I'm like, oh, maybe she like went to sleep. Wait a little while. I start hearing noises. I go in there. Before I even hit her door, her room, the light is on. Okay, the light in her room. I left the light off because she was going to bed. So all of a sudden, I'm like, the light is on. Why is the light on? I go in there, and she's standing in front of her mirror with her toothbrush in her mouth and then her toothpaste in her hand, and she's just like, I opened that door. I said, Micaiah. She was like, she looked like she wanted to jump out of her skin. She was so surprised. I was like, this girl.
That's
She
the best
has
part.
a glob of Vaseline, like Aquaphor, all in her hair.
Oh, the best.
Her clothes.
You should have taken a picture.
Her clothes are like out of the drawer. Just chaos.
Havoc.
Utter chaos. I was like, what is happening? What did I do to deserve this? She did it like 2 or 3 more times last night. Like every time I would come in there, she had stuff in her bed. So she would just be like handing it over to me. I was like, bruh, I want to put the bar back up. I'm gonna put you back in the crib.
Don't put her in jail. Let that baby be free.
She needs to be in jail. She don't know how to act. She does not know
Micaiah
how to
is
act.
like, you mean I can get up whenever
Oh
I
my
want
gosh.
to?
And then in the morning, she like won't leave her bed though. She'll be up in the morning when she wakes up. She can obviously get up, and I expected her if any time that you're gonna get out of the bed in the morning,
yeah.
come to my room. She just be in there screaming in the bed. Ah! Ah!
Like she can't get up the
Like
way
she
she
can't
did
get
last
out.
night at 11 o'clock at night brushing her teeth.
So I'm just calling her, Micaiah, and she just won't get out of the bed. I'm watching her on the monitor now. Actually, I'd be leaving the monitor by my bed, so I'm living my life.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's
Micaiah is the best. The girl, she's just the sweetest little pumpkin.
she gives the best hugs for
She
sure.
does.
She just like
and she never
grabs
lets
you.
go.
She's the absolute best for that. Every other part of Micaiah.
She's so lovely.
I
I
would
love
send her away.
She's just the best.
Anyway, so that was also what I had to do. Say. And then, okay, so based on some recent news lawsuits in the news.
Lizzo's? Okay.
Yes. Reading about that reminded me of a time when I was at a job and one night after a team outing, me and my colleague and our bosses were like, hey, what are you guys about to do? And we were like, nothing.
Is it like a Friday night or is it Monday,
It was
Tuesday,
a
Wednesday?
Friday.
Okay, it was a Friday night.
We had
Are you married?
I don't know if I was married by then. We were together for sure, but I don't think we were married.
Okay.
I don't know if we were married.
Okay.
And so we had went to a team outing, like we had had drinks and dinner or whatever, and they were just like riled up, like we ain't trying to go home. And so me and my friend are looking like, oh, okay. So they're like, you guys want to go to this topless bar? And so we kind of look at each other like, sure,
What?
I guess. So we go with our bosses to this topless bar.
This is so awkward and like an HR nightmare.
Very awkward. We were in there like, what the?
Are your bosses
Bleep.
men or women?
Women.
Okay, at least they were women.
Yes.
So it's essentially 4 women, you, your friend, and 2 bosses.
Well, one of the bosses brought her girlfriend. So it was
Like she was a lesbian or like her girlfriend friend?
she was a lesbian.
Okay, so it's 5 of y'all
Uh-huh.
at this topless bar.
Yes.
Actually,
With these 3 white women and then me and my friend are black women. And we're at this topless bar.
in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. How long were you guys there?
For way too long. We were definitely there for longer than we should have been. Because eventually, right, they're like, we come here all the time. And me and my friend are like, we've never been here. We don't know what's happening here.
Is it Atlanta black topless bar or is it like white?
There were white women.
Hilarious.
Yes. And they wanted to buy a shake. I don't know what you call dances at topless bars.
Like a private dance?
Yeah. Well, not private, like in a room, but like, yeah, for a particular woman to come over and like do a little dance, make a little noise. So she like brings out, they like are like having money to like pay for this dance to happen with my friend. Actually, what's really funny is the other day the friend texted me. This is the only reason why it came to my mind is because the friend texted me like, yo, remember that time? And I was
This
like,
is the most
"Bruh,
random.
this is like kind of wild that this happened."
No, absolutely. This is so wildly inappropriate.
It happened. That was a real story of mine.
And then what do you do on Monday? You're just like, hi.
Yeah,
you have to give me a review now.
It was very very evident that like me and my friend felt more awkward about it than they did. They're like, it's all fine. How are you? Have a good weekend? I'm like, yeah. After the topless bar with you, I did have a better weekend. Like, girl, it was better. But they like obviously did not. They were unfazed by it, which was interesting because now
are they older or younger?
Older.
This is
Absolutely older.
This is crazy.
They were probably 20 years older than us at the time.
Oh, y'all
were-
should know better.
We were in our 20s. They were absolutely like 40s.
They should know. They should have known better.
It's so funny though because now when I looking back, I mean in that moment it was like this is really awkward, but like I guess. And the other problem is me and my friend are like at that point anyway. We were just always down for the ride.
Shenanigans,
like, let's do this crazy stupid thing. Like we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be a story to tell. So like we did it, but now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like again wildly inappropriate.
Had they ever brought you out before or asked to?
No.
After?
This is the first time.
It was our first time.
Had they done? Did they do it
Afterward?
Afterwards?
No, but also I think I at least had gotten to the point where I was like, I don't even like y'all.
Mhm.
Like I
So
don't
you just
even
stopped
like.
associating,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna put us in a situation in which you could invite me again
Got it.
because, like, girl, I don't like y'all, and I don't want to act like I do anymore.
This is so wild.
That is absolutely what happened. That is so. It's insane. That is crazy.
That is so. Did they get fired? Are they still there? Y'all hear Kai Kai in the background?
They are, to my knowledge, they're both still there. My boss that took me, so my boss went and my friend's boss went. My boss hit me probably a year or so ago on LinkedIn, like, hey, would you ever come back and work for me?
Shut up!
She sure did.
Girl, no!
She was like, I know you live in LA now, but like, we loved you here, and if you are looking for an opportunity, we'd love for you to come back.
I'm no longer looking for opportunities.
I was like, thank you so much. I hope you're well. No. No. I don't care how much you pay me. The answer is no.
No.
Absolutely not.
I didn't want to say yes.
Also,
then.
I don't know what. You know, it's always surprising. You ever try to make somebody know that you don't like them and they still are like
Yes.
oblivious?
Yes.
That's like so upsetting. Like, girl, I don't like you and I've
like, you
shown
don't want
it.
to have to be outright rude.
Yes.
To them, but it's like I need
How
to be
can
rude
I
to you.
show you that I don't like you?
You guys shared a moment, Melanie. You guys went to the club.
Whatever.
Y'all saw tatas together.
We did,
Y'all got
child.
lap dances together. That is a sisterhood. That is a bond.
That is
That is
inappropriate
a
and an
three-chord
HR violation.
that is not easily broken, and that is Bible.
That is a Bible. That's an HR violation.
Oh, absolutely. They most certainly should have been fired.
Ciao. So anyway, that is what that's what happened for me this week. I'm trying to think if there was something else I was going to say. I think actually, you know what else I was going to say before you go? I was going to say
That's the wrong
that
one. That's the wrong one. I sent you. Mm-hmm.
eating me up today.
Oh. You guys, that is the most, yes, Melanie has some of the craziest. You need to you need things to remind you of all
I
the
do.
crazy things because you forget.
Because I be forgetting.
Yeah, no, you need to remember
the
all of
stuff
this
that has
because
happened.
this is
Good,
hysterical.
movie material. Or
It's good who?
Movie material.
Yes. That is hilarious. It's just the absolute best. I'm gonna move. You're gonna
Yes.
find. Okay.
The other thing that is amazing in life is HelloFresh.
Yes.
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Fall, which is insane to think about.
It's around the corner.
I just said, oh my gosh, we're like in August.
It's around the corner.
I don't know how that happened.
It went fast.
But apparently fall is around the corner because the kids is about to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And HelloFresh is here to help you plan for the busy season ahead with tasty dishes delivered to your door. You simply choose your recipes and pick your delivery date, then lay back and enjoy the last days of summer knowing dinner is covered. Feel like you would love a wholesome homemade meal, but there's just not enough time. With HelloFresh, all you need is 15 minutes and you'll be enjoying a tasty, satisfying meal made in your own kitchen. Just look for their quick and easy dinner options, plus quick breakfasts and lunches too. I love HelloFresh. We just one of my favorite meals, and I always love when it gets delivered, is the beef flautas. I never know how to say it properly.
I think it's flautas.
Okay. I love those. It's so easy. First of all, it comes with the little cheese and little like cream that you put with it. It's fire. And the little like tomatoes you cut up. It's like a whole situation, but it's so easy and so quick to make. Both of the kids love it. Greg loves it. I love it. It's absolutely
That's a
one
winning
of
when
my
the whole family loves
favorite HelloFresh meal for sure. So go to HelloFresh.com/50juice.
50 juice.
And use code 50juice.
50 juice.
For 50% off plus free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com/50juice.
50 juice.
And use code 50juice for 50% off plus free shipping.
Very good. I
right.
want to say really quick, David Drisky, I think is how you pronounce it. I actually end up like DMing him a lot, but I didn't realize he was in the Patreon.
Oh.
And he said, I love how random this podcast is. I think that is the separating factor of this podcast is that it is
very random.
So random.
Yes.
Daddy says that all the time, that
Yes.
it's like so random, but for whatever reason it works.
Greg texted me a day or 2 days ago that his friends text him and was like, yo, I watched Mel's Gin and Juice podcast and that is so entertaining.
Did they?
He was like,
And Greg's friends are
reckless.
Atlanta hood, okay?
Reckless is what they are. They were like, he was like, I was cooking or working out or something. He said he was doing something. And he was like, I put it on. And he was like, man, I was binging it. And then the other friend was like, yo, for real, I like love that podcast. I was like, look at you.
Love this podcast, did.
Hello.
Love this podcast.
So what's up, Drew and Farrell?
That's what it was. We love you, Drew and Farrell. I done met you at the wedding
Yep.
7 years ago.
They was there.
Shut up.
So anyway, yeah, we are random, but apparently y'all like
It works.
Amen.
So we're not going to change it. So sorry. Okay, so what are my randoms? This is almost a pop the trunk. I don't know who I'm popping the trunk on, but I want to talk about it. I was calling my dad today because we're doing the wedding plan. And I needed to prepare his mind. Let me back up. So I called my dad today to prepare his mind for, I just signed the contract for the venue.
Oh.
I almost said the name. Y'all can't know the name.
Amen.
I signed the contract for the venue. And so I was telling him, like, this is how it works. This is how much money you're going to have to come up with in the beginning. Daddy says, oh, it's going to hurt.
He's so annoying.
That's going to hurt.
He's so annoying.
But I'll be able to swing that. And I said, Daddy, I can ask you for $5.
And it's going to hurt him.
And it's going to hurt you.
Absolutely.
I said, Daddy, I know you got money.
Absolutely.
I know you got money. It don't matter how much money I ask you for. The response is going to be, whew,
Right. It's the dramatics.
that's going to hurt.
That's the
When
dramatics.
you need it by? Yeah, I could swing. I could get it to you by tomorrow. I can get it to you by
The
tomorrow.
problem is the people who say that every penny that
Every
they
time.
spend hurts them are the people who got the most money.
That's what
the
I
people
said.
who be like, okay, sign me up, they broke.
They broke. Every time. It don't matter if you asking my dad for $5 or $5,000. His response is going to be, that's going to hurt. When you need it by?
Right.
Yeah, that's going to, let me think about it. Daddy, why?
Let me move some things
Let
around.
me move some things
Figure
around.
some things out.
You know, I get paid next.
Right. Meanwhile,
And
he's
so-
retired.
And fully retired.
was in Hawaii for like 14
And
days.
don't take a vacation shorter than 7 days.
No.
Then, and this
They
I
stay
know
forever.
This is how I know. So today I told him the cost and stuff. 3 days ago, I called him and he said, well, you know, me and Miss Tina probably gonna want to stay an extra 3 days because we like to take a
'Cause
week
we like-
vacation.
See,
It can't be both.
right.
It can't be both.
Right.
You
I mean,
can't.
that's how he has all the money that he
It
has.
is. Because I'm like, how are you already planning for
Right.
a 7-day vacation?
I'm going to stay extra.
I'm already
Sir.
already stay extra. And then also when I tell you how much it costs, it's gonna hurt your pockets. How is it both? How is it both? Because one of these
That's
things
the
is not like
best.
the other.
Right, exactly.
He be straight. He be cracking me up. So anyway, I'm on the phone talking to him, and I'm frustrated because one of the stipulations of the hotel is stressing me out. Okay, the way that they do the deposits, it's very much stressing me out. I'm in the middle of like fussing, and they require this, and you know I got all
To
these
him.
people to daddy, and da 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 da. And hello, the phone dropped.
Oh, man.
There is nothing on planet Earth worse
Oh.
than going off
And then,
and the phone drops.
oh, that's so annoying. When
Then
you look
they
at it and
call
realize,
back.
and
The fervor's gone.
it's just different now.
Girl, I don't even know what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't matter.
That'd be the worst.
He literally, and what was you saying? Nothing.
Forget it.
Now I'm
Forget
mad
it.
that you even called me back
Yes.
and expect the same energy I was just giving you because I completed the whole
Yeah,
thought.
oh, that's the worst. Don't interrupt my mad.
Listen,
Let me get all my
let me
mad
get
out.
all my mad out.
Then hang up on the accident.
I was like, dude,
That is so true.
I was so upset. Like,
That
I don't
is.
know if I went through a dead zone. I don't know if his phone. I don't know if it was my phone. I don't know. But you know when it's that silence that you know?
Yes.
I said, hello?
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Ah.
And the problem is when you're going off, all you hear is yourself.
Yes.
So it takes for you to like complete the thought, and then you go silent, and then you're like, wait,
You gone?
hello? Did you hear any of what? Oh,
And then they call back.
yes.
So what would you say? Nothing.
Forget it.
I wasn't saying nothing.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my God, I was so like I literally couldn't even conjure
yes.
the same energy. I was just like, Daddy, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. It's over. It's
I
done
agree.
with. I can't redo it.
Stupid.
I'm so sorry. So that was that. Then hung up with Daddy and I called Kev. I don't know if this is true for you or if maybe it's always. I don't know if it's because I just turned 40. I don't know if it's because I'm just more in tune with my body. I don't know. But as I am getting older, I'm having very mood swingy hormonal periods.
Oh.
Very much. To the point. I should let you guys listen to this voice note. I called Kev. I've been talking to the photographer for the engagement photos because I'm like super excited. I'm like all in. I bought
Yeah.
like 7 dresses.
This is gonna be great.
Like, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be great.
Okay. So I call Kev. I'm like super awkward in front of the camera. So all of a sudden it goes from like excitement to like anxiety.
Oh no.
Because I'm like, oh my God, oh, I need the pictures to be perfect. What if I'm not smiling? What if I can't do the things? Oh, like I'm like stressing myself out. I get real heady anyway. So I'm like in my head fully, right? So almost to the point where I'm like so excited because I've like firmed the date with the
Yeah,
photographer.
yeah.
So I'm like telling Kev and then my anxiety creeps in
Oh,
the midst of this
no.
text. But I almost start crying. You guys.
from excitement or from the anxiety?
Both.
Okay. I don't know why I'm crying. This girl.
Listen to this. This is the voice note, you guys. And I text Kev afterward because I was like laughing at myself. I said, also, my period's about to start. I'm so emotional. I don't know what to tell you guys. I feel like you need context for this voice note because you probably finna be confused. This is the voice note. This is what I literally sent Kevin at 10:01.
Oh
Okay?
Lord.
It's 11:05. That's almost exactly 60 minutes ago. This is what I sent him. Kevin, I'm so excited about this. I'm near tears. I'm emotional thinking about it. I'm so happy. I really am. I was going to say, though, I also feel this pressure because I'm like, I don't want to be ugly in my pictures and I don't want to not smile and do the things. I'm putting so much pressure on myself. Okay, bye.
What?
How did it go from here to here that fast? What? I said, girl, you need help. You need help. Because why are you this annoying
Why did
to your husband?
Okay,
because,
bye.
because I was about to cry. I I was like literally like, you guys don't understand. It was about to be a floodgate. Like, open the floodgates. I was like, okay, bye. And then I literally was like, you are done.
I'm so happy. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
I said, Kevin just sent ha ha ha.
I was gonna say, did he respond?
No, he was like, why would you send me this voice note and this text together? Because I needed you to know, like, I didn't want him to feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I needed him to know I'm emotional. My period's about to start. I don't know. I'm so happy.
This is hilarious.
I'm finna cry. And I'm also so anxious. I'm finna cry. So I'm finna cry.
This man. This is hilarious.
So that's all I have to tell you guys is that as I'm turning 40, I'm so emotional.
Well, then this wedding is going to be quite a time.
Oh,
The build up to it is going to be quite a time.
I was crying the other day. Okay, we got massages. Remember this is the part of the story I didn't tell y'all. We got massages when we was in, matter of fact, nigga, when we was in Mexico.
Oh.
And I was going in my mind.
Oh.
I started writing my vows in my mind. I started crying on the table. What? What? I got 10 months. I'm probably not even going to remember what I just said.
This is about to be a ride. Okay? This is... You, what? On the she's like, am I hurting you? Did I do something?
I was face down.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
about to cry because I'm laughing so hard.
Kevin, send prayers.
I was face down. And I was like going through because it was in Cabo. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get, I'm
Yes.
all excited. And I be in my head a lot, okay? So in my mind, I was like, always starts off so good. You know what would be really nice to say? I need to say this. I need to say this. I need to say this. And then I'm going to make sure I say this. And then I was like, I'm just emotional.
And meanwhile, he was in there sleep. You
I
over here
am.
crying.
Oh, Kev's in here. I am an emotional wreck.
You over here thinking about all the love you have for him.
Listen,
and
I
the
am
20 years, Kevin's sleep and you are
It's
on the
snoring.
bed crying.
Snoring sleep.
And
I am an emotional wreck, you guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I feel like it's only getting worse
This
as
is
I'm
hilarious.
getting older. You guys don't understand.
child, it's good. This is going to be a long 10 months.
I really do. Someone said they missed this stage because they got a hysterectomy. I don't know. I'm trying to tell you, as I'm getting older, I'm very emotional, mood swing. I'm about to go to the doctor for it because I feel like I need to be on a hormone.
Well, you're
Oh.
also overwhelmed, I think, in general, just lifestyle-wise.
Oh.
and things
That was a
come up.
good excuse.
That was good.
But I probably should see somebody.
I mean,
To make sure you're
I
balanced.
think to someone to help you sort through it all, definitely.
You need some balance in your life.
So this is my truth. Someone said I'm reaching full cancer women. I am, because they do say cancers are very
They
emotional.
do say that.
And I promise you, lately, I laugh at myself. This is why you can laugh. Because in the moment, those feelings
Oh,
are
yes.
like, they're so real.
100%.
But as soon as the moment's passed, I laugh at myself.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really do. I be like, ooh, girl, now you are really acting up. You got to relax. Just relax.
Having things in your head, right? And then, I don't know if this happens to you, but when I say them out loud after a while, because I'll stew right in my head, I'm like, all these things. And then when I actually finally say them out loud, I'll be like, okay, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, part of it's the release.
You right.
It is. It is.
I should have chilled out.
Yes. Because it's all build up in here.
Yes.
It's all build up.
Oh.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Pop in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you got another one?
I do. Do
Oh, go
I?
ahead.
Oh, no. That's it. The last thing I want to say is, I should have said this on your thing, is that I took the kids to the dentist this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I never feel like more than a better adult parent
Oh, man.
than when I take my kids to the dentist.
Oh, yes.
I am just in full on, and I came in this outfit
Oh,
today too,
yes.
so I was fully like, I'm here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Mom.
in full suburban mom mode.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have these little like loafers. They're not loafers, but they're like Toms.
Yes.
Shoes on and this little outfit, and I was just like, yes, hi, I am here.
Clean my children's
Clean
teeth.
my kids' teeth. I need sealants in the back. Please
Yes.
give them the fluoride.
Amen.
She said, Joe might need braces, and I am so excited.
Oh,
I just think every kid should experience braces in their life.
Why?
I don't know, but I'm like fully excited about it. I prayed for my kids to have Kevin's teeth because, you know, I've had braces. I've done Invisalign twice and braces once. This right here is
that's what it won't.
yeah.
Well, your teeth move, so they'll shift.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't ever wear no
stupid.
retainers. I'm over it.
Mm.
So, but the boys, the Isaiah's teeth, Kevin's teeth.
Mm.
He has just beautiful teeth. Isaiah has beautiful teeth. Joe actually does too. She was like, it's like two very minor things, but because it's two and not just one issue, you should probably
Wow.
look into it. It'll be, you know, very short case, maybe 6 months, whatever. And I'm just like,
How does he feel?
he was like, this is so dumb. Why would you want me to get braces?
I know.
Because I just feel like those are mom things.
Jesus.
You don't feel like
No, girl.
yes, you want to have like your 10th grade picture with your braces.
No.
I mean, he doesn't. He's
I
gonna hate
know.
it.
Why would you want that for him?
I just feel like it's the cutest thing. I feel like it should be part of your childhood story.
No. Mm-mm.
Well,
Everybody I know who has braces hated them.
he's not going to wear them for like 2 or 3 years. It's going to be short.
Still.
I feel like it's mom things. I want this for him.
Okay, girl.
It's my love language, okay? And another language that we all should be learning is from Babbel, whether that's Spanish, German, or what do they call them? A romantic language, like Italian and French, the romance language. Babbel has the opportunity for you to learn these things again, whether it's Spanish, English, Portuguese, Russian. Okay, for example, are you liking my podcast? I could say "Le está gustando mi podcast."
Oh, I like it.
That was good.
That was really good. What language is that?
That was Spanish.
That was
You want
good.
me to say it in German? Nope, I'm not. But this is the thing. They have they don't have like the auto-generated things to help you learn the language. They actually use people so you can get your accent correct.
Oh, that's-
okay?
mhm.
Which is really nice. They have all types of languages. Norwegian, Turkish,
I'm
Danish, Indonesian, Swedish, girl, Dutch.
Dutch.
Okay? Listen, I would try to say it in a different one, but I'm not going to play myself. But Babbel can help you, okay? The second best way to learn language is with immersion, living where the language is spoken natively and using it every day. But that's not always possible. Certainly not possible for me, and it's probably not possible for you. So what's the second best way to learn? Babbel, because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans have learned a new language on their bucket list? If that is you, check it off the list this summer with Babbel because with Babbel, you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. We were in Cabo. Obviously, they speak Spanish. And you know I'm real good for tengo una pregunta. That means I have a question. I say that all the time. I say it good.
That was good.
Thank you so much, girl. Okay. Why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's courses are convenient and help you learn real-life conversation skills. It's so easy to pick up how you order food, ask for directions, speak to merchants without having to consult the language apps while on vacation, because there is nothing worse than being in the middle of a conversation and trying to pull up the translation apps so you can figure out what to say. Being able to have that confidence and saying it and speaking it, it just makes you feel like I am doing so good, okay? Muy bien, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you, boo. Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel is real language learning for real conversations. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription for only our listeners at babbel.com/GJ.
GJ.
Get 55% off at babbel.com/GJ.
GJ.
Babbel, BABBEL.com/GJ.
GJ.
Rules and restrictions apply. All right, Ty. We are done with Long Story Short, which was about 3/4 of the episode.
Longer.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Pop the Trunk. I don't have anything for Pop the Trunk.
Okay, I do. I do. You guys talked about this a little bit on Bald and Beautiful.
I do have a Pop the Trunk. Go.
Does everyone not like their partner or spouse is driving? Or is that a thing?
I don't like Kev's.
Okay, I hate Greg's driving. Cam, tell us.
My girlfriend hates my driving too.
Oh, so it's mainly
Is
like
it? I was gonna say women hate
men's driving. How do you feel about her driving?
Good answer. Stay right there.
Amen.
Yeah.
She has a lot more experience than than I do.
Oh,
so
because
I
you're
know.
from the East Coast. You're from New York.
Yeah.
So you didn't drive for a long time?
Well, no. Well, I mean, that was just personal. I just my mom didn't teach me, so I had to kind of find my own way to drive. So I learned how to drive like 5 years ago out here.
Okay.
So that was a whole thing.
Oh.
I went to school, took like 5 classes, and they get you certified with 5 classes and a license, having never been in a car before.
Oh, wow.
So you actually learn how to drive on the road.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Out in LA,
okay.
Yeah.
So I hate Greg's driving a lot. Okay, I hate it.
What does he do specifically?
He does a lot of things. Okay. Oh, he's in here. So Greg goes to sleep. Okay, and he swears he's not asleep, but he's always asleep. Driving he's like a child in the back seat that like it rocks him to sleep. So I hate when he drives, but he's always
wait.
I'll drive.
Him driving rocks him to sleep while he's at the wheel.
Greg be sleep,
Oh no.
and I
You
be
got
like,
to move.
bruh, move, and he be like, I'm not asleep. That's number one. Number two,
That's number 1, 2, and 3.
Amen. He doesn't. I believe in allowing reaction timing space. Okay, you
Okay.
need to allow space
That's my
Tailgating.
girlfriend's
that
entire thing.
allows
Yeah.
you time to react should the person in front of you do something
Sure.
that you don't anticipate they're gonna do.
Yes.
Greg thinks he knows how everybody is driving and what everybody's gonna do, and so he be up on all the cars, and I be like, bruh, you have no space.
And also,
To
that's
do
how you
stuff.
get wind up in a pileup.
Yes.
When them accidents on the
And that's
road,
the
There's
it's
thing.
no
because you're
It's not,
following
as
too
much,
close.
it's not as much your ability to stop, it's the person behind you. 'Cause
And
if
that
he doesn't
thing.
stop fast
Yeah.
enough, you're now in the other car, and now
Exactly.
you're liable for
So-
hitting that
Because
car.
exactly, because you
So
didn't allow the
speaking-
space.
Exactly.
So speaking of that, okay, speaking of the car behind you and like being aware of them, let me tell you, one time he he got so mad at me and I didn't know how to like respond because I felt like he was wrong, but like it was obviously not the time to like tell him he was wrong. So I just kind of sat there and then he got mad and then he hung up and it was like fine. But what happened is in LA, I don't know if this happens in other places. In LA, those cop cars do
Oh,
this
yes.
thing where they
I know
swerve
this
on the
story.
highway in front of all these cars to like stop
They're
you.
holding up traffic from becoming a bottleneck down the way.
Okay.
Is that what they're doing?
Supposedly, they're assisting.
I
with
thought they were
the
trolling
flow of
us.
traffic.
So that's what they do. So Greg calls me after this has happened because he says that the cop car is doing the swerve, and for some reason, when Greg needs to like brake, he doesn't always put his foot on the brake. He just takes his foot off the gas. So he says, "I'm slowing up," like, and so I guess the cop is feeling like he's not slowing, like you're not braking, and so the cop gets upset. And because sometimes it'd be 2 cars that do that, 2 cop cars.
Yeah.
So one of the cop cars is like yelling, ends up pulling him over and giving him a ticket because he's like, you are not like, we are obviously here and you are like causing a problem here. You need to put your foot on the brake. So Greg calls me upset because he's like, I took my foot off the gas. And I'm like, that's not the same as braking.
Yeah, it's not the same as
Yeah.
stopping.
You are slowing down and they
Yes.
obviously want you to stop. And my thing is, if you are just taking your foot off of the gas and not putting it on the brake lights are indicators
They
to
are.
cars around you.
that you're stopping.
So that if you put your foot actually on the brake, the cars behind you are now aware
That you're stopping.
that you are stopping. If you just slow up and they're doing what you're doing, assuming that you're
Coasting doesn't
coasting,
slow you
they
fast
don't
enough.
know
Yeah.
what is happening. So anyway, I'm here to say that Greg is a bad driver.
That's the long
And
and the
I
short
wanted
of it.
to understand if other people
Yeah.
also hate their partners driving.
I hate Kevin's driving because he also falls asleep on the road, but he's not rocked asleep. Kev just be sleepy.
He's
Well,
He
I mean,
shouldn't
sure,
just he
that's-
busy
shouldn't
person,
be
yeah.
driving.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay. But actually they might be the same because I tell Kevin all the time, I can't go to sleep in the car with you because I will wake up at the pearly gates.
Literally.
Yeah, and I'm not prepared for that.
No.
And, like I need to know I'm
No.
finna meet Jesus.
Yeah, amen.
You know, I got to do the
Yes.
Lord, please forgive me my sins knowingly and unknowingly.
Girl.
Okay, cover all my bases. all the sins I knew I shouldn't have did, and all the ones that's in the Bible that we debate about today, but we don't also know that they are fully sins, but maybe you define them as sins. Forgive me for those two.
All of them.
All of them. Just forgive me for all the sins, okay? So that way I'm ready. So when God says, he can say, well done. I can be like, hallelujah. Let me come in. So I can't go to sleep on the road with Kev.
So do better driving, husbands.
Yeah, I protected Greg and he threw me on it. Is
I
Greg
just got
in
a
here?
new car and it's got a sensor that tells me if I'm too close to people now.
Oh, really?
Oh, I hate
Yeah,
those.
it'll
Then.
have a little. Well, it doesn't beep or anything. But
Oh,
it's
good.
So it's green when you're a distance away, and then it'll turn yellow when you're too close.
Ah.
And then if you don't stop, like if they're braking and you're not stopping, it'll go off and be like, "Hey, like you should put
Do
your foot on
something.
the brake."
Yeah.
But
I don't mind that, but the cars that make too much noise, I'll be ready to throw them in the trash.
Child.
I do have one pop the trunk. I'm happy I wrote it down because I forgot. We went to the movies to see Barbie,
Yep.
which was actually pretty good. I actually really did enjoy it. My nails today, which you guys can't see, but they're inspired by Barbie. I was like, I need
They're
to have
really
a Barbie.
cute.
I love them so much.
like that
They are
color.
cotton candy, unicorn, glitter, pink. Okay? They're my favorite thing right now. Anyway, we're in there. We're in
You
the
said
movies.
cotton candy, and I want to say sweet as gold. Let me see
Come-
that. Since
come
I
on.
immediately wanted to do it when you said it, but go ahead.
The kid in front of us, there was like 4 or 5 kids in front of us. I don't know if they were obviously like younger kids, and I don't know if the lady on the end was with them, and if she was at the age of, I didn't raise my kids. I don't know why all these kids are with me.
Oh.
She was at that age because she didn't care about them. Okay, if she was with them, I don't know why I'm
Oh,
here.
they weren't her
yeah,
concern.
they're not my kids. I've raised my kids. I'm here with my daughter's kids because she out running the streets.
Hello?
I don't care about them. Oh, you didn't like Barbie? I actually really enjoyed it. So anyway, the kid in front of us was taking his. Let me see if I can't even do it. You know when you're wearing tennis shoes on like a gym floor and it makes that screechy
that
noise.
screeching sound?
Yeah.
He was doing that on purpose
Oh, no. Oh, that's so annoying.
throughout the movie. And then toward the end, for about 5, maybe even 7 minutes straight, nonstop.
Oh, my gosh.
To the point where I said, you need to stop. Didn't matter because he was there. He's sitting beside his siblings, cousins,
it's-
whoever they are.
No one's stopping him.
But when I tell, me and Isaiah and Kev were so annoyed.
Oh, that is.
that's the worst.
I wanted to whoop his behind.
Amen.
And then I wanted to whip Abuela's behind. Because don't bring your grandkids here
Everybody can get it.
if you tired.
Yeah.
And I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
The worst is kicking your seat when they're like just swinging their legs.
Oh my God. I just
That
was.
is the worst.
Yeah, I want to punch you.
I always am. I try to be like very aware of stuff that my kids are doing
Yeah,
in
me too.
spaces like that
Me
because
too.
I don't want them to be kicking chairs or like just being annoying children, you know, because like, girl, we all paid our money. I want
Yes.
to enjoy mine.
The
My-
thing is, he was like probably 11. So
Oh,
he's
that's-
not doing this.
No, he's being bad.
Yes. He's like, I know this is annoying.
Yes.
I know Abuela hates this, and my cousins hate this, and my sisters hate this,
Oh, yeah.
and my brothers hate this. And I am choosing
Yeah.
to be that kid
Oh, yeah.
because that's my personality.
He needs a whooping.
He needed a full blown cut it out
Yeah, yeah.
and go grab a belt. Because if you do it again, I'm taking your head off your shoulders.
100%.
He was so I wanted to cut him. I wanted to cuss him out. No, he didn't stop. He did it the entire time. He was doing it throughout. But in the beginning, it's like, oh, that's what is happening. Who is doing that? Then at the end of the movie, it was just nonstop, and then it was like, oh, you're doing this on purpose. You know this is annoying. This is a choice.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a choice you're making.
This is a choice.
No, he
I
didn't
wish
stop.
Theater attendants could like be like, you have to leave.
Oh,
I wish they would have.
that would be
Yeah.
great.
I wish they would have. And it was one of them fancy theaters with the nice chairs.
Oh, yeah.
And the people come and
Yeah,
serve
now
you the
you're paying
food.
$20 plus
Ain't
for
they
a movie theater
expensive?
ticket. And that's for a ticket, no food or nothing else.
No. And the food at movie theaters, every time I go to the movie and we go to the fancy one, I'm like, ooh, I'm not going to eat because I'm going to get my food at the thing. It's going to be so good. Why do I do that?
I don't know, girl.
It's also so expensive.
It's so expensive. And movie food is disgusting.
It don't be good.
Everything about the cheese is always congealed.
Oh,
like they
gross.
melted it 3 days
Yes.
ago. The I got sliders. The first of all, the meat is already little.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's well done to burned. Okay, it's dry.
Because most of it's probably frozen and they just sort of.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and it's going to
Absolutely.
sit up under the light
Yep.
and suck up all the moisture up out of it. The bread be hard, not toasty like, ooh, this
No.
toasty and crisp. No.
Everything's old.
Or everything is old. The fry and don't get nachos. You always
Oh.
think nachos going to be the
You
answer.
always feel like that's going to be an easy win, and it is the worst.
It is the worst because the top layer is going to be overloaded with cheese and soggy.
Well, think
And
about
then
who's
once you
working
get
at the
through that,
theater.
it's just cheese. I mean,
So-
it's just chips.
Children.
Yeah, it's kids working at the theater, so of course
That's
you're
true.
not. If you're trying to get like high, nice food, it's probably not gonna.
It's children
Ugh,
who are working after school.
dumb. All right, I'm done.
Let's move on because we're almost at an hour.
Yeah, we are.
So I'm going to do a Trump recap.
I want Mel to do this Trump recap because this is the reason, and I'm going to just let you take it. Okay. The reason why is because I listen to NPR. They give us all the tea, but they don't give us the black version of the tea. Okay. So Mel came to the house yesterday and she gave us the black version of the Trump tea. And it is fascinating. I actually can't wait for the Netflix documentary on this.
Oh, my.
It's going to be.
It's going to be
The
great.
thing is, I don't know. I almost want like a reenactment. Like I
Oh,
want
it'll
I want a
all
movie.
happen. We'll get
It-
in 5 years. We'll get all of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be so great.
Yes.
So great.
So great. It's unbelievable. So, yes, Mel, please tell the people
Okay.
what's the goings
Okay,
on.
well, I'm going to start with the first indictment or the other one, right? Because at this point, he has 3.
Yes.
And I'll just quickly say the indictment that was released for Trump initially was about some documents that they're saying he took. And basically, when he was moving out, what's alleged is that he took confidential documents that he was not supposed to have that were not, that he did not declassify. They're all classified. He put them at his house in Mar-a-Lago. At first, he had them in the ballroom where he had events, including movie premieres, including fundraisers. He just
Because
had.
he wanted to pull them out like a photo album.
He did pull them out.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
yes.
that was his whole point. Like,
Yes.
do you want to see my documents?
let me show you
like,
this
is my
high-
grandkids.
Classified secret
When
document.
I was the president, let me show
Literally.
you. That's literally.
So he had them in the ballroom of Mar-a-Lago, and then some of the employees at Mar-a-Lago were like, "Yo, we need this space. Can you move these these boxes?" So then they moved them to the bathroom, including inside of the shower. They're just boxes sitting there, right? And so 4 months after Trump left presidency, the NARA, which is the National Archives,
Yep.
they recognize that these documents are gone. So they hit him up and they're like, "Yo, you got these documents. Can you send them?" And he's like, "No, what documents? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anything." And so then time goes on. They're still asking. So about a year later, in May of 22, that is when the FBI launched the investigation, and they're like, "Yo, we need these documents." So subpoenas are issued. They're sent over. He's basically saying he doesn't have any documents. And every time that the FBI is asking for the documents, he just moves them. Okay. So he has these 2 little henchmen, and they're moving the documents from this place to this place to this place. And we're not talking about 2 boxes. We're talking about over 60 boxes, okay, that are being moved all around. Eventually, when I guess Trump understands and his attorneys that things are getting serious and that they're coming to get their boxes, he tries to have the security footage deleted from Mar-a-Lago. They go to an IT guy and they're like, "Hey, the boss wants wants these the security footage deleted." And then it wasn't. Then they tried to flood. They tried to flood the room to the
With the pool?
Yes, to have the footage deleted. It didn't work, and so that was the first indictment. It's basically that he has tried to obstruct justice and tried to obstruct the FBI getting these documents. He's unlawfully retained.
Wait, but understand the flooding. They wanted to have the pool flood in order to impact the security footage.
Well, it was a server room.
Server room.
Yes.
Okay, so tell the people so they fully understand what flood means.
Yes, not flood, because they wanted they wanted water in there. I don't know.
They wanted to destroy
yes.
the evidence
100%.
of the security footage
Yes.
by flooding the pool or whatever.
Flooding the pool then overflows into the house.
Yes.
And then leaks into the server
Thank
room,
you.
So
Y'all, that is crazy.
that wasn't successful, and the problem, and so everybody is, of course, questioned. And the thing I like watch and listen to a bunch of attorneys, and the thing that you probably know and all of the attorneys have doubled down on is that when the FBI is asking you a question, they already know the answer.
Correct.
It's like your wife or your mama asking you a question. They know the answer.
I just want to know if you're going to tell the truth.
So they're asking these two henchmen about these boxes, and both of them are like, boxes? What boxes? I've never seen any boxes. I've never touched a box in my life.
What's cardboard?
I have no idea what that is. We've never done any of that. So anyway, that is the first indictment, okay? The second one, that is a good time, is that a little bit of context, okay? And this is the most basic, simplified version of voting that you just have to understand for what happened.
Okay, tell us.
There are differences. I'm not going into that, and I don't care to tell y'all about that. Basically, after you vote, okay, you and your state vote for president. Each candidate has electors. So they have certain people that they are assigned, or certain people are assigned to each candidate, okay? So if you vote for Biden, there's certain people that are his electors, and then Trump electors, right? So when a state votes for Biden, when majority of a state votes for Biden, then Biden's electors, a couple weeks after the election, cast the official state vote for that candidate. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yes.
That's the whole winning the state and why you need to win.
Exactly.
State.
Right. You have to win the whole state, right? Because
so when the candidate takes the state, then their
assigned elector goes
and casts the vote
the official,
on behalf of the state.
Exactly.
But each candidate has separate people.
They have separate people. Exactly. So
she says she got it. Thank you, Christy.
And there's an official date, time, and place when all of these electors across the country go into this place in their respective states and cast this official state vote. Okay.
Yes, that's it. They call it the electoral. That's the electoral college. Yes. That's what all of this is.
Now, if you're an elector for a candidate who did not win that state, you stay at home and mind your business.
Correct. Because you didn't win.
Exactly. If you're an elector and your candidate did win, then you show up, okay? That's the context you need. What is alleged in this new indictment is that Trump and all of his co-conspirators, they were like, in Wisconsin, at first they were like, Wisconsin specifically, you know what we should do? We should tell Trump's electors, even though he lost that state, we should tell his electors to show up and cast the vote anyway. Right? So that's what they said at first. And then like within a couple of days, they were like, not just Wisconsin. We should do this in like 7 states. Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Wisconsin. We got to rile up all his electors and tell them to show up. Right? So that was the plan. And actually, after the electors cast the state votes, those votes are then sent to Washington, D.C., and then a couple weeks later, the vice president, who is president of the Senate, goes through all the votes, and then that is when he officially declares this is the president, right? So they're like, we are going to have Trump's electors in these 7 states cast these fake votes, okay, while the legit ones are also being cast. We're going to send them all to D.C., and then this is the real plan. Pence on January 6th, when he's going through at the hearing, he's going through all the votes to announce who's president. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, there's votes from Georgia that say Trump won, and there's votes from Georgia that say
he's
Biden
an agent of
won.
chaos. This is an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
So he's going to go through those and see all these double votes, and he's going to be like,
what do I do?
This is so confusing.
He's going to be like, you know those ads where they're just like, what do I do?
Literally, they have emails that are written, okay? And in the email, it literally is like, Pence is going to open all the votes and be so confused that he has to reject all of the votes, and he has to immediately declare Trump is
the winner. Instead of a miselection, and let's do it again, or let's figure out why Georgia has both Trump and Biden on here.
Yes, they're like, no, this is the plan. So they go forward with this plan.
Stop. I want you guys to understand that had this worked, the thing that's scary is we know enough about Pence that I'm sure that's not what he would have done. But regardless, the reality is we don't know what Pence would have done.
Correct.
Had this plan happened. This country and democracy would have been
Oh, absolutely.
on bended knee. There is, I don't know how this country would look had that happened, because we do not know what Pence would have done.
Well, we do.
Tell us.
Because what happened is they go through with this plan, and they're trying to convince Pence.
Basically, the goal was to convince Pence, and everyone was like, "I hope."
But
Pence
they
does
sent
the right
both
thing.
electors.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
And
this.
Pence had already said that he was going to follow the proper procedures
Yes.
for the democracy, aka Biden's going to be president, and that's what his standing was. and
How
Trump was
does
opposing
he
that.
So,
know which
no.
states? Okay,
Let me tell you.
Okay.
What happened
because this is new. I didn't know this.
The legit votes were actually sent
Yeah.
through the proper channels to DC.
And everyone's
Okay,
aware
so
past
then
November
the
who
fake
won.
votes
Got it.
on the day of January 6th, the morning of January 6th,
They just arrived unofficialized.
the fake votes.
Essentially.
They had one of Trump's people try to
Oh, you
hand
did say this.
deliver.
He tries to walk up to
They
it.
try to
Yes,
hand
yes,
deliver
yes.
the fake votes, and Trump's people are.
Pence.
Pence's people are like, no,
Yeah, you did
I'm
say
not
that. Okay.
taking these
Okay.
fake votes, and so he doesn't get the votes, and so when he goes up there on January 6th and
That's-
he's going through, then the riots happen. So like whatever, that's what ended up happening. But if Pence had entertained any of that, it would have been a different story.
We would not. This would not be the America we know today.
No,
we would be
100%.
living in a different America right now.
Yes.
Because Trump would be president as a
Absolutely.
dictator.
Trump called Pence on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day, literally
5 days
okay?
before.
And is on the January 1st call, New Year's Day call, he's like, "Yo, how are you? Happy New Year. Yo, are you gonna do the stuff we need you to do? You need to just go with the plan." And so Pence says, "I don't have the constitutional right nor the authority
And he doesn't.
to change the outcome of this election, and everything
He's just
Trump,
a mouthpiece for what was already
Yes.
done.
Exactly.
everything that Trump is claiming is not true." So that's what he's on the phone telling Trump. And then Trump says, "You're too honest." Literally,
and someone
that's the
said,
quote.
and this is why they wanted to hang Pence.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why all the Trumpers were
Yeah.
mad at Pence, because he was too honest.
Pence has 2 honest shirts on his website right now for sale.
Good for him.
Selling merch.
I know that's right.
He is
Merch.
selling merch.
Merch.
I mean, he just got out of it. The reason why he changed his tune, because he was like, "This is gonna go. It's gonna end up where it is now, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in this whole indictment thing,
100%.
and I'm getting out of it."
I don't know this part to be true. Now I read the indictment. It's thick. It's dense. But one of the things I read last night said that special counsel Jack Smith is his name, who is like bringing the prosecutor, essentially bringing all this against. It literally on the indictment says United States of America versus Donald J. Trump, which is like,
Isn't that wild? Especially as a former president.
that is
That the
Overwhelming.
country that you once presided over is now
100%. That's insane. But what I was reading is that the witnesses that Jack Smith has, the list of witnesses that he has, it's like 200, and they're all Republicans.
Oh.
He doesn't even have any Democrats. That would then indicate that Trump's own party
Absolutely.
Yeah.
are against him and going to be testifying against him at this trial.
Because at this point, they have to recognize the danger that he is. But the scary part is, according to, I can't remember who did the poll, but it was on the NPR episode yesterday, day before. Trump is neck and neck in the polls with Biden. So, and he's head and shoulders above any DeSantis, and the rest of the people don't even count, but DeSantis, head and shoulders above in the polls.
Ciao.
And there has never been they said that there's never been a presidential candidate that had this big of a gap and lost the primary. The only thing that I heard today on NPR is that he still has one more possible indictment, the find the vote in Georgia.
That's right.
That's coming. And that could be, they said this indictment, this last one, and this next one could be the ones that these are serious indictments.
That the Georgia one is, I can't wait to read that one because
Yeah.
it was like very deliberate.
Yes.
He was like threatening.
Yes.
He was like, do this.
Yes, he's the front
find
runner.
them. So that
Yes.
one is I'm very curious
It's
to read
just,
that one.
if this happens, it's the only way that I see him potentially doing I don't know. The thing about it is, if you're talking about political aesthetic, how America looks
Yeah.
to the
Sending
world
your
by
president to
putting
prison
a
is-
former
Yeah.
president
And
in jail, in
Yeah.
prison.
Which is why it's been the tradition that if that happens, they get pardoned. That's
Yeah.
typically why that happens.
Yeah.
We have to prevent this man from being on the
Child.
That's the thing.
on
is,
the
like,
ballot.
He should go to prison.
These people are going to vote for him. They are going to vote for
Oh,
him.
my
and
gosh.
unfortunately, this stuff because he's gotten them so down that path that this only fuels their fire.
Oh my
more,
gosh.
Him being
And that's
indicted.
exactly it.
I made these videos on TikTok if you want to watch them. I'm not a lawyer, but on TikTok, and I have
Yes.
these recaps. But a lot of the comments, not a lot of the comments are like, I didn't know this. This is crazy. Thanks for telling me. But the Trump supporting comments are like, why you ain't make a video on Biden and Hunter? Tell us about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. He's not the first one to take boxes and this and this and that. And it's like, okay, politics aside, I don't know if you can put them aside, but
Mhm.
are y'all telling me that this is in your mind? This is okay.
the same.
Like this is
It's
not
not.
the
Justification.
same.
And to be honest, the boxes thing. Okay. This is the thing, Trumpers. The boxes thing is on the bottom rung
Yes.
of seriousness.
Yes.
Is it serious? Yes, but okay, y'all
Sure.
can have that.
Right.
You know, because at the end of the day, the same thing he was accusing Hillary of writing the emails.
Yeah.
He did the same thing,
And he
and
did
so did
more.
Biden.
Yes.
So clearly,
Okay.
folks be doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's throw that out. So now we all back at zero.
Right. Right.
We all back at zero.
Yeah.
This man tried to end democracy,
Yes.
Essentially committed treason against them.
Absolutely.
That's what it was.
steal the votes,
Yes.
disenfranchise the American people that voted for Biden,
Oh my gosh.
and essentially become a dictator.
Yes.
Show me that in history. Somebody else.
Who else did that?
Who else did that?
Who else did that?
Tell me who else had did
It's
that.
quite insane. I'm so all in. I am now. It's taken me a while because politics and all of that. I be like, it starts to feel so jumbled, you know? And so when you actually begin to isolate and read it, and I didn't know, like he said 10,000 people voted and they was dead. That's so stupid, whatever. He said that immigrants voted, that's stupid. When I read and understood that it was more than that, but they actually put together a plan that led up to January 6th. And this plan was to have these electors go vote. It was news to me, and I was like, okay.
Well, and that's the
This is
illegal
silly.
part. The real part that you can actually
100%.
litigate is you put together
Yes.
a plan.
It's a
Yes.
conspiracy.
It's conspiracy.
It's a
Exactly.
conspiracy.
And
100%.
organization
that's
to
the
it.
part, and that's why this indictment is serious.
Absolutely.
This one, and if they do another one, that's the serious
100%.
part. And them having the emails and all of that adds
And
credence and
They're
credibility
also
too.
stupid. They put everything in emails, like it's direct copy of the email. So
saying we're going to do
literally,
X, Y, and
an
Z.
attorney, an
He-
Arizona
he-
attorney,
he-
was like, "Let me recap what we said the plan was."
His email is Donald J. Trump at theunitedstates.gov, and this Negro was emailing. So listen,
Girl.
subject line, January 6th,
Everything
overthrow.
is in emails, and if it's not in emails, Pence was apparently some like copious note taker and took a bunch.
Can you
of
say
notes.
that
Well,
again?
because
I want to
think
make
Pence
sure I
was
get your
so
quote
tied
right.
in the beginning that he
Yeah.
was like, if I don't create all this information and basically spill my
beans?
guts,
I'm gonna be
just with them.
100%.
So I'm gonna do as much.
So
of
they
everything
have
as possible.
all of his notes.
And Pence,
and that's
nobody
how they
wants
have the
to be
direct
remembered
quotes.
in history this way.
Exactly.
No.
So Donald Trump, do this on your own. Okay,
Amen.
this is your story. I don't want to be tied in the history books
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
The least I've already done time with you. I did my 4 years.
Right.
I can't do. I'm not doing no more.
enough.
I've done enough.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
I know that was long. Sorry. Thank you.
No, that was great. I hope y'all enjoyed it because you really should know these things about
really
what's
should.
going on.
100%.
As we're the adults of the world.
We are.
Okay,
We
we are
gotta care.
living. This is our
Gate.
Nixon.
Yeah.
Watergate.
100%.
This is our Watergate. We are living through the times of Watergate.
100%.
Okay, so we need to be knowing and remembering these things so you can tell your kids and your grandkids
What
because
happened?
the documentary's coming out, the movie's coming out, and it's
Amen.
gonna be better than fiction.
And I hope they call me to talk on it. I'll be a guest.
This is crazy than a mug. Okay, this is our reality. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode. We will not be here for the Patreon on Monday.
Oh.
This was today. Today
for
is
next week.
Monday's episode. I will also, by the time this come out, it'll be too late for them. But I'll tell the Patreon, I will be at the New York show tomorrow and Sunday. I don't think they have a show. That's why I was hesitant. It's just Saturday.
Oh.
That's exactly what was happening in my mind. I was like, this is the theater shows, not the regular shows. So it's big years. So I'll be there tomorrow, okay? On Saturday. I'll be at that show, and then that's it. That's all. Bye.